You know it's your boy Aphrodite's Crush. Come on. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna get this party started off quick here. Just set up my first Facebook. Gonna go ahead and set up the link on the secondary. Let's see. Alright. Hang out right now. Enter, 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 enter. Paste. Click, click, click. Post. Facebook is taken care of. And now Twitter. Livecast right now. Yay. And enter, enter. Actually, we won't do that. We will do this instead. Brum. How about we link to the YouTube page? How about that? So while I'm doing this, how's everybody doing tonight? Tweet sent. So, as you can see, I'm not using a normal mic. This serves two purposes. Number one, I bought a new mic because I needed to buy a new mic, which hopefully this turns out okay. This is part of the reason why I'm doing this video, just to make sure that the sound quality on this bad boy is worth it. And I'm also going to be announcing a couple things what we're doing. So, but as you can see, like here, don't know if you know exactly what this is here. Looks almost like a space bullet or something. I kind of like it myself. This is actually a Samsung Meteor mic. See, it looks about the same. And all this really is this retails for $150, and I got it for like $40. Went to my local music shop and got one hell of a deal. That's no joke. Just got one hell of a deal. So I got this bad boy, and then the bad boy is right behind me here, which I'm going to show it to you here in a minute. So hopefully, when you guys are, hearing me here on the YouTube, if I'm not using my phone to do my videos, hopefully this works a lot better for you, and the the audio is better, hopefully. So, but this will probably end up being how I do my videos from now on. Just me, the mic here in front of me. I like doing the live hangouts because you never know who can drop in, especially when I got enough friends or whatnot. So, but it is what it is there. So, so I did tease on I think it was my Twitter, possibly. I had a pretty big announcement coming up, and well, announcement is going to be this. Very soon there's going to be some episodes probably disappearing from the vaults for the Crushcast, and of course, if you listen to the Crushcast, yay, thank you very much for the listens. But we're probably going to be going to a new provider for it soon. But at the very minimum, I'm going to be pretty much almost completely dropping a lot of the content that I did before I really started going to a weekly format. Basically, like really old episodes from like 2010, 2011, anything like really old, just gone, done. Not messing around with that anymore. That is basically going to be. I'm thinking about going through and maybe archiving some of those, but we'll see what happens. Hey, I got a viewer. Hello, viewer. How are we doing tonight? But that's pretty much what's going to be the first thing. The second thing is I maybe just go ahead and transferring everything over. I'm working on getting a website up, working on hopefully getting a mobile app up running as well. That way, not only can you see the videos, you can also listen to the podcast and also check the blog, because I'm going to be doing more stuff with the blog here pretty soon as well, and also just kind of phasing in and doing as much as I can. Basically trying to expand what I'm doing here on the channel and also on the podcast, kind of have a little bit more inclusive. And of course, if you don't listen to the podcast, I'll go ahead and leave a link after everything gets posted up to YouTube to the podcast, at least so as it stands right now. And also I live cast it on my other YouTube channel, which goes by my real name of Douglas Russell. So hopefully that we'll gain a couple viewers and kind of go over there, have a little bit of fun. We try to do it every week. Every once in a while, it turns into something else as far as live casting or whatever. But the morning before you're over there, I keep things very low key on this channel. Don't cuss. On the other channel, we let it fly. So far, so good. They haven't kicked us off YouTube yet. Sometimes I tend to think that's what we want to do, is try to get kicked off of YouTube or try to get kicked off of iTunes, because we're available on iTunes as well. Just look up the Crushcast. So, but Mr. Viewer here, how we doing? I can't see you for some strange reason, but that's okay. I don't really do very much on the app here, but of course, if you would like to send me a question, feel free to get on Facebook, send me a question, look up Aphrodite's Crush or Aphrodite's Crush Entertainment, or hit me up on the Twitters, because I've got my Twitter right here, available, ready to rock and roll anytime. So if anybody has any questions, even the stuff that you want to put on the podcast each week, or the one viewer that I have here wants to ask a question, feel free, tweet it at Aphrodite's Crush. Of course, spelled exactly the same. Feel free to also send an email as well, crushcast@gmail.com. That's where we basically get everything for the podcast. So, but no, of course, like I said, there's going to be some changes coming around. Email's not going to change, at least I don't think so at this point. But I'm going to go over the other pickup that I got. So let me grab behind me and show you what we picked up. I think the price tag is still on it. I don't think I took it off, but let's see. Yep, price tag's still on it. Alright. This is this bad boy right here. This is a Johnson amp. Really mini amp. Learning how to play. So this is a Johnson Reptone 15. No earthly idea as of yet how to play guitar. Still in the very beginning stages of learning. But this guy is marked as a $45 product. I think I picked it up today for maybe like 35, 40, something like that. But this guy right here is going to be very useful in me learning how to play guitar. Even just basic chord stuff that I can just kind of move back and forth on it and try to learn chords and simple melodies, stuff like that. So, but yeah, I had actually never even heard of this brand before today. I saw it. It sounded pretty good in the store, even for a used item. There was a crate that was about the same size. It only cost $35, but it looked pretty beat down. So I decided to go with this guy, take a chance, spend a little bit extra money, and hopefully this guy treats me as well as I'm going to treat her. So, but pop that down. And one thing I did want to do as well, whoop, stay right there. One thing I did want to do is I went through some of the CDs that I bought the other day. think I haven't posted that up yet. That's about finished. I got a couple of videos sitting on tap that I haven't gotten a chance to edit. I have one that's in the can that I just have to go ahead and upload, find the time to upload. And spoiler alert, Benson Henderson won tonight at UFC Fight Night 42. Who did not see that coming? Anyway, I got a couple more CDs and whatnot. My CD collection is booming over here, so I'm very happy to see a whole bunch of stuff here on the walls. I actually have some physical media sitting on my walls. It has not been this way for a long, long time. I cannot tell you people exactly how excited I am about that. Love having CDs and DVDs and video games on display. You can keep your digital copy. Me, I'm going with physical media. I mean, what I might actually do, assuming I don't get like a couch for everybody to sit on here for the podcast, is just take all the random, like I got a CD thing over there. I got all my Blu-rays down here. Got my regular DVDs in two different. Well, you can see the smaller one over here, but it's a bunch of stuff. So, man, I got a ton of stuff here. This entire room needs to be redone, but this right back here, staying right where it is. I like this here. For those of you who actually don't see, pretty much back here is my personal shot glass collection and randomness, but mostly my shot glass collection. Of course, the middle shelf here, you see a little bit more of the weirder ones that I have. There's a couple of sherry glasses right there that I just picked up at Goodwill for $1 a piece. Oh man, what else is back here? I got a Party Rock flask. Pretty much nothing but random shot glasses. There's my Fuji right there. Hey, I got a tweet. Hello, viewer. Ben T at No Rights. What I need to do when I take the old shows out of the Dugny vault is put out new versions with more Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks. Now, I haven't actually seen too many of these scenes involving Jar Jar Binks. I'm not really a big Star Wars type of guy. But I will say this. Me thinking that you are the wrongest son. I think I got that right. Oh, he's gone. Oh, man. But really, come on. Jar Jar? Okay, I think you're back. But Jar Jar, come on. No. What needs to happen is those episodes are so old. I mean, back when I was really doing it to see if I could do it. That was more me kind of like I was just getting into being into sports at the time, and just kind of going by myself, just me and the mic, kind of like what I'm doing now, but having so much hesitation and having so much of like just me rambling on for sports that even at the time I didn't understand 100% on. Just me having my first look style of interpretation of what was happening. I complained a lot about Tiger Woods and the Browns and the Indians and stuff, but I've expanded my knowledge of the sports that I follow a lot since then. Which, by the way, if that is really you, Ben, can you tweet me and tell me exactly how well I sound using this mic? Which, speaking of Ben, if Ben is watching right now, I did guest on the No Rights podcast this past week. I've guested on a couple times. Be sure to check out his website. I think it's norightsproductions.com. I think. We double check it. Yep, norightsproductions.com. He is a follower on Twitter, and I do follow him, and we go back and forth with some tweets every now and again. As a matter of fact, I will go ahead and while I'm on here, right now I'll go ahead and tweet out something to him, mention him, give him some free press. Let's see, check out at no rights. That is no rights productions .com. There we go. Free press, free tweet. There you go. Fantastic. All right. I'm not going to put out definitive versions of my podcast. What are we going to do? Are we going to, filter in random just BS back and forth? Really? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put out these new versions of the podcast, and probably what we're going to end up doing is, I don't know, we might, let's see if we can get an extra no in there, right? No? Whatever. But yeah, it's something else. Let's pull up the chat. There we go. If you want to roll through the chat, Ben, feel free to. Matter of fact, I don't believe I have you listed underneath the let's see. I don't know. I may not be able to invite you, unfortunately. I don't really get around to playing around with this very often. Can you tell? Let's see. There we go. Invite people. Send an invite. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can get you sent in, Ben. Let's see. Let's see. I don't think I can since I don't have you specifically listed, unfortunately. Let's try something else here. I'm not sure if this is you, but I have no rights productions. I don't know if it's listed. Matter of fact, nope, that's not you. Well, that sucks. How about this? Give me a moment here, Ben, if you want to jump on. Yes, that's right. I know my check's in the mail. Let's jump back onto Twitter real quick, and I'll go ahead and send out this invite. Invite. Twitter. I need to revamp my Twitter. I've had the same background for ages. Alright, Ben, that tweet has been sent. If you want to pop on, feel free to. I'm not sure. This isn't really like an omnidirectional mic, I believe, so or whatever. Just in case you're wondering out there, everybody, I'm not sure how long this is going to go. This may go, matter of fact, let's see, it's 1:16 a.m. If I make it to 2 o'clock, it'll be a miracle. But, no, let's see what else we got going on. Picked up a couple new movies, actually, on Blu-ray. Went out to Best Buy, picked up a couple ones. I got Batman Returns in Steelbook. Yes. Got that. Got National Lampoon's Van Wilder. Uh-huh. And I don't care anyone. I don't care. Hey! Is that my friend Ben?
What's up,
Really?
guy?
Hello, sir.
Hello, good sir. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well.
That's awesome. Let's talk about our feelings and stuff. Yeah.
Let's draw some pretty trees. Just some really happy trees here in the background.
And now I'm gonna sing a song about a lesbian seagull. Fly, lesbian seagull.
Oh, I got one other Blu-ray here, and you're gonna be interested in this one as well, Ben.
Oh, am I now?
Yes, I got it for I think it was $5 at Best Buy. The 15th anniversary edition. Okay?
Yes.
Showgirls.
Everybody got AIDS and stuff.
Hey, I could have had the box set back in the day when that came with the shot glasses, which of course would have been fantastic for the shot glass collection. But no, I had to pass it up.
Box set. Because if any movie needed a definitive box collection, I'm sure it's just all the actors going, I don't know what they were doing. I just wanted to check. This almost killed my career. Oh, this one could kill my career. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we should have you in. Well, since you're in Google Hangouts, we should be able to hear you perfectly fine.
Yes. Also, because I am awesome. I'm just so awesome, I go through any Google problems. Just,
So,
like Barney Stinson in that video he would send out looking for a job. Barney Stinson, that guy's awesome. Awesome! That's me. I just walk around and everyone hears boom! Explosions. It's like Michael Bay's working in the background. Yeah.
let's not get into Michael Bay, please, man. Come on.
Well, not improvised Michael Bay. And he's like, okay, so like, okay, I'm just gonna riff what's in my heart. Walk off stage.
Oh. Hey, by the way, how am I sounding on the line?
Oh, you're sounding all right.
Did better than the other mic?
Well, yeah, but the other mic I think is one of those unidirectionals where you have to speak into just a very tiny little spot on it, and that one's more like, hey, just put your face right here. You're good.
Well, you mean this one like this? This?
You know, because my mic is it's like this, and the mistake a lot of people make is because of the shape of this, they put it so this end is in their face.
Yeah.
But it's designed to pick up from the sides. And whenever I see someone doing this, and it's like, you're not supposed to do that, and why would you just assume it's shotgunned right at you, and it looks like you're going to fillet it. Which, yeah. Just gonna sit
Yeah, I like it like this. Like that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Like when I do my recordings and whatnot, is I'll just stand it straight up and just kind of run like that. Just like the old days, back in the all radio days, before the wonderful magical invention of television. You'd have singers in the studio doing this type of thing.
Everybody's going like this. I don't know why everybody's doing this. They're like, yeah, I can hear it in this one can really well. Not so much in this one. That one's gone. It's all right.
Yeah.
And in between, they're puffing on their cigarettes. You know, I've been watching the Ghostbusters collection, the Roto Ghostbusters collection lately, And
Yeah.
they made a point. They're like, the TV show influenced the second movie because if you watch the first one and then you watch the second one, you realize they're not smoking as much. Because in the first movie, every other scene they've got a cigarette in their mouth, and I was watching it like, wow, that's he's got a point there. I never noticed that.
Well,
And
that's also before it was uncool to smoke in movies. So.
well, even when the second one came out, it was just that they realized that kids were going to see it because the first one was an R, so they were like, whatever, do what you want. Now it's like, eh.
Oh, I have something to show you, by the way. You see this
Okay.
right here?
Oh, are you showing me your pepper spray?
No, this is not pepper spray. This is
Okay, good. I've heard that
my
before.
key. My key. My new car. It's a snap out key. How messed up is that?
I've seen weirder. My mom got a Prius recently, and it doesn't have a key. It just has a FWAP. But if you pop one of the ends, it's got a little key thing for the door where you can still jam it in. It won't let you lock the key in the car. If you try and
Yeah.
get out of it with the key in there, it'll beep at you like, "Hey, no, no, what are you doing, mommy? No."
Don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't do it. No, no, no.
I think you need to rethink this. Why don't you come in here and let's talk about this? Let's listen to some smooth jazz while we talk about it. How are you doing?
Smooth Jazz 101.1 The Wave.
Oh yeah.
I will be here with you all on the night shift.
Oh
Do
yeah.
do 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 do.
Hey everybody, how's it going? We're just gonna be painting some happy little trees. Do 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 da do do da do 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 do.
Oh, something I want to show everybody, and I think it's awesome. So I ended up going to my local buybacks the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, I've been looking for the Wolverine in a cheaper version of the 3D Blu-ray pack, but not for the reason that I wanted the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray pack was fine, it was okay, like $17. But I wanted the extended edition, and you can only get the extended edition in the 3D pack, which pisses me off. Because that's $25. That's $25. $25. 25
bills, yo.
American dollars.
I mean, I know they're not worth as much now, but still, you
Yeah.
know, theoretically.
So, yeah, so I'm like, man, what the hell? I don't want to spend $25 just to get the extended edition of a movie that my wife already owns. So I'm in line to buy backs, and I'm just kind of shuffling through the DVDs, the stuff that doesn't have a case. So, and then all of a sudden I see this. This is a CD case.
Okay.
And it just so happens inside of this CD case is the standard Blu-ray edition and the extended cut of the Wolverine. What is the price, you might say to yourself? $3.
Yes. Such is the cut rates of buying used media. Hey, how about that
No.
copy we had somebody, he wiped his car with it, and, it's all scratched up? $3. They'll never know.
Yeah, I'm like, $3? You got it, man.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine, he went and he went to a store and they had like that Beatles anthology collection, like the entire thing, the videos and the discs and everything.
Yeah.
And they had a price, and you know how expensive that entire thing is, and they had the decimal point wrong. So he took it up to the counter and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna get all this." They're like, "Okay, that'll be." Oh, we got the price on this wrong, and well, I guess we got to give it to him then. Cause can you imagine the fun time, like
Whoever priced that is so fired. You're screwed.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's like the most expensive item, collection of things in the store because it's multiple CDs, videos. And videos were expensive back in the day. Not
Oh, yeah.
like, I mean, you buy a DVD now, it's like, well, if it's brand new, it's expensive, but if it's been out for like 3 years, yeah, you get it cheaper. But VHS tapes, man, they were pricey.
I
They're
remember
bulky.
when VHS tapes were as much as Blu-rays were when they first came out, like $45, $50. Now you can get VHSs for a quarter a piece, depending on where you go. You go to buybacks and it's still $1 to $10 a VHS. Like, well, if you have someone who has, their VCR player hooked up to their computer and they're running illegal copies for themselves, it might be worth it, I guess. But
It's
that's
always
also not.
fun. It's always fun seeing the movies that are only available on VHS. They're like, we're not even gonna bother with the. Like, I think
I know it.
Beastmaster 2, was it? Is it still only available?
I think Beastmaster 2 got released on DVD at some
At
point.
some point. I don't know. I saw a guy reviewing it. He's like, there's no. He's like, I got this on VHS because that's all I got.
Dude, if Frankenhooker can get released on Blu-ray, anything can.
Well, now because everything can be printed on demand. I had some friends that really wanted a copy of Listomania, and you couldn't get that in the states until like the Warner Archive has it now. You can get like the DVD on demand print.
What is it?
Listomania. It's a movie about Franz Liszt, but it's got Franz Liszt is played by Roger Daltrey of the Who, and Ringo Starr plays the Pope, and
Oh.
there's a Frankenstein Nazi, and yeah, it's a weird film. I'm not gonna mix words with you. I mean, the music is awesome. Like there's see where like Roger Daltrey, he's just rocking out because he's Roger Daltrey. I mean that's what he does, right?
Teenage Wasteland.
Well,
Wah, wah.
well, he's walking. He's wearing like his shirt open, and he's like. There's a scene where he like starts riding this giant mechanical penis, and he's riding it like a cowboy, of course. And there's all these
He's
women around
wondering
him.
when the check comes. That's what's happening. He's like, man, where's my check? Where's
Uh,
my check?
I think he was involved in getting the movie put together. I think that's why he got the role. There's just a lot of like there's one sex scene where there's like a piano, like it cuts to shots of a piano sitting on a railroad track, and the train comes and hits it, and I guess it's supposed to symbolize something. It's, I mean, it's a very. The thing is, it's like I had no idea what was going on throughout about 70% of the movie, and yet I was still like, I'm just gonna keep watching this because the ending. Yeah, the ending is just the movie is just like, okay, we're in a movie, right? Well, let's go. It's I tell you, but I don't want to spoil it if you ever watch the movie because
I think you can safely assume I'm probably not going to.
oh come on, well okay, he dies and he's up in heaven singing with this choir, and then they decide to get into jets and bomb Hitler. So yeah, it's I was like, you know what? I was like, good show, sir. You passed the line of, people don't know what's going on, you don't care what's going on, and you just said, we're gonna roll with it.
Teenage Wasteland.
There's
Wah,
video,
wah.
there's video clips of it on YouTube if you ever want to check it out sometime, because for, he remind you, he's in Teenage Wasteland mode. He is Roger Daltrey, and they're referring to him as Franz Liszt, like the crazy piano player. Like he's sitting there with like this like lute, and he's like doing the crazy strums, and leaning back into a crowd of women, and yeah, it makes me want to watch it again. Actually, it's a really glorious film. And they had Ringo Starr playing the Pope. You gonna kiss my ring? All right then.
Wow, that's all I'm gonna say. I'll leave it. I'll leave it as it is. I will
Oh,
leave it as it is. Man, get a hold of this mic. There's Mark.
yeah, it's you probably don't want to touch the mic unless you're going for that, stand-up comedian guy. Hey, how's it going? Is this thing on? Hey.
Thing on.
See, my problem is that I've got that mic stand and I don't have an actual physical stand for it other than the one it came with. So if I touch my desk, it's like,
Ugh.
hey, I hear horses in the woods. Mel Blanc, he
Like
said they asked him to do an English horse whinny. He's like, So he blew out his nose. Oh. the horse was English. So,
Yeah, I was thinking more Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Just
yeah. I'm not as crazy about the Holy Grail as other people are. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good film. I like it better than Life of Brian, personally. But my favorite Python film, Meaning of Life.
see, mine has always been, and now for something completely different. Because I'm all about just random.
Well,
This
Meaning of
is
Life Meaning of Life has the random, but it also kind of has this framework of a story. So it's like, there's a scene where the naked women are chasing a guy off the cliff, and then it just goes on to the next thing.
Yeah.
And it has the
But
framework. So it
see, as
works.
far as a framework for it, and now for something completely different, all it is John Cleese sitting behind a desk saying, and now for something completely different.
Yes, but I guess maybe it's the song. The Meaning of Life.
And that is a meaning of life.
So, yes.
Speaking of Holy Grail, I have that on Blu-ray. I have, I wouldn't call it an extensive Blu-ray collection as of yet, but it's certainly growing.
Mine is okay. I mean, I mostly keep animated films on Blu-ray. I mean, there's some art, film history stuff I get. Like I got the complete Metropolis on
Uh-huh.
Blu-ray because I know the film is from 1927 and it's scratchy as crap, but I want it in the most pristine quality.
Why is it so scratchy? It's in its most pristine form!
It's scratchy because this is the one copy they managed to find that, and it's a reduction print, and it's been lost for like 70 years. Yeah, that's why it's scratched. I watched a guy reviewing it, and he's like, that every time they cut to the newfound footage, there's like, because it was a reduction print, that it's only got so much, and there's a big black part to keep the aspect ratio. And the guy's like, man, they could have stretched that and cropped that out. I'm like, no, you're missing the point. That's like the guy. That's like the guy seeing the letterbox and going, "Oh man, I'm missing my picture. It's all black." What's it? Like? No, you're.
It's well, of course, me working at the World Power, it's like you'll sit there and you'll be like, why is there black bars on top and bottom of my screen? That is the original aspect ratio. You'd hate it if it was stretched to fit your screen. Have you ever? I go like, have you ever watched TNT and then some awesome movie that from like 3 years ago comes on that just came out, the world premiere on TNT?
Well, it wouldn't be stretched to fit your screen. If they tried to fit it into it, it would be cropping, and that's why you get the shots where there's one dude and he's talking to Mr. Invisible guy that's off screen, and the other guy that's off screen. So, yeah, I don't know, man. But when I was watching the real Ghostbusters collection, like I remember when I got the Rocketeer on DVD, it was just when they were starting to put out widescreen stuff on DVD, and they didn't know how to handle it. So it was widescreen, but it was also fit to fit the 4:3. So like it had the black bars, but then also had so they squeezed it in this little frame. I'm like, why would you do this? This is the thing that like the first 3 years of DVD they didn't know how to do right.
So basically, it was all Windows Media Player like.
Yeah, well, it's people that don't know how to format the film. Like you can, like I'm sure if that movie
people
was
who program Windows Media Player, those are the people who don't know how to correctly program something of that nature. The people who work on Windows Media Player are probably like, "Yo, I was listening to my 8-track of Ozzy last night, and I didn't know how to plug in my cassette player into it, dude."
But yeah,
Dude,
Real Ghostbusters said
cool.
it's weird because I know this show was made. It had to have been made in 4:3, but they actually do a decent job of filling the screen. There's little black bars on some, but for like I don't notice it too bad. It's pretty good. The thing I do notice though is like since they're from the syndication releases and sometimes the video quality like I want to assume they cleaned it up. But sometimes, like, there's, like, you can see some tracking, or the thing will drop and come back. Like, very rarely. Like, the thing is, it had, like, 70 shows the first season. So, I'm watching, like on episode like 30 or something. Like you see a little bit of tracking, or like there's some ghosting of the previous frames. And I'm like, am I tripping out? What's good? Oh, like I don't know. I've been
No, you're
watching this
just
for like 5
watching.
hours now.
You're just watching early '90s cartoon work being transferred over to a medium it was never intended to be on.
Not even 90s, son. 86. That's the. I've been watching that. It was funny. I was watching an episode, and as an animator, I'm sitting there watching it critiquingly, going, this show is so brilliant, and then there's some stuff that's like really great, and then there's other stuff of, well, this studio didn't get work after this season, I can bet you that. And there's this one shot of they're running down a street, and they're all making these weird faces and holding them, and just kind of talking out of their mouths, and I was watching that and I was thinking, this is an example of like the worst I've seen on this series. It got much better after that, and then somebody posted it on Tumblr, and I'm looking at the gifs of it, and it's like, somebody in storyboard, like they talked to the guy who storyboarded the show, and he was like, yeah, sometimes I do a crappy drawing and it would come back like, oh, what's with his face? Like, oh, they took my crappy
Oh, I
storyboard
did
drawing
that.
and animated that, and it's like, yeah, that's what happens. You have to have really tight storyboards when you send stuff over, and that's why you get show. It's weird because those shows, as off model as they were the most animated and stuff was moving around. Because once the models were really solid, the characters barely moved, very very restricted, and that's why we have Family Guy and American Dad who barely moved during their show.
Oh yes. So are
Good
you still my
morning,
one viewer?
USA.
Are
I
you
don't know.
still my one viewer on here? Maybe you are. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
I
I was
wish.
I was looking on YouTube and I saw you were broadcasting live. I said, "I'll go heckling."
Oh man. So what do you think of my new old amp?
Well, I saw the font and I said, "Oh, hi, Fender knockoff. How are you?" I'm
Oh
like
yeah.
the J with the like they're trying to make it so if you don't see it from the, hey, is that a Fender, man? I don't have my glasses on. I'm gonna pick this up. It's $45. That's good. What, Johnson?
Oh.
Oh
It's
man.
since 1995. I've never heard of the brand. I've never heard of them.
Well, considering their logo is designed to look as much as it can like Fender, that's probably why.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, let's check something. Let's actually check to see exactly where Johnson amps is coming from, and even if they're still around, because apparently Crate isn't around anymore, which is really weird to me.
I have trouble believing that. That'd be like saying Peavy isn't around anymore. Come on now. Crate's doing
Well,
something.
like Crate is still around. Apparently, they just don't make amps anymore.
Next thing you know, you'll be telling me Sega doesn't make game consoles.
Sega doesn't make gun
Sega!
console. No, it's Sega. Holy crap! Johnson is still around.
Well, yeah, because knockoff brands are always going to be around. I was watching some video, a guy reviewing bootlegs of My Little Pony figures, and for that he's had a long, extensive series of bootlegs of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Let's see. Okay, this is why this company is still in business, because of the people who use their amps, okay? Let's read off this list.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so some of these are serious, some of them I can't help but laugh. First off, we are going to go with probably one of the best names on the list, Yankee Malmsteen,
Gangway mounts.
number one. Then you have Adrian Belew, who plays for Nine Inch Nails, David Bowie, Talking Heads, King Crimson, etc. Another reason why this brand is still around, Tom Dumont from No Doubt. Reeves Gabriels from David Bowie Band and Tin Machine. Randy Bachman from Bachman Turner Overdrive, Ringo Starr and Guess Who. Tal Bachman from the Tal Bachman Band. Mike Dowdle. Mark Cooper. Jeff Coleman from UFO. Michael Sweet from Stryper.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
joking. Uh, Bob Mann from the James Taylor Band, Roger Eaton from Joe Diffie's band, Don Carr from the Oak Ridge Boys, boom
Boom.
chaka, mau mau.
No, no. Oom ba ba mau mau. Giddy up, oom ba ba mau mau.
Doug Derryberry. I'm not joking when I say that name. Plays for
I'm sure Doug Dingleberry's a nice guy.
plays for Bruce Hornsby in the Range. Rich Williams from Kansas.
Now, are these people that have advertised that they use these, or are these people
Uh,
that, like,
it,
their sound guys bought a lot of them because they were cheap?
it's actually listed on Johnson's website.
Well, of course it's listed on Johnson's website. Hey, we heard that somebody uses our stuff because, yeah.
But it's artist profiles, and maybe they're like, "So, what do you like about Johnson amps?" And Vanky
I like
Malmsteen
that
was
you gave me
probably
one
like,
for free.
yeah,
Free things are good.
free, and it doesn't sound like total crap like
Well, I'm
the
sure it's like
Kimbo brand.
I'm sure it's like the guy that does the workouts, and then the exercise equipment guy comes in and
Oh
he
yeah.
does the reps with the thing, and as soon as the guy leaves, he tosses it in the trash and goes back to his dumbbells. You know,
Let's see. Okay.
I
Okay. There's
got my
more.
check.
There's more. Johann Karlberg, who plays for Robin and Jennifer Brown. Ace from Skunk Anansie. Never heard of him. Skip Dorsey, who plays guitar for Britney Spears, Wilson Pickett, Tyrese Crystal Waters, and Shantae Moore. Roberto.
So much in common in those groups.
I know. Uh, Roberto Priori from 883, Peter Coobs from Brunch, Jennifer Batten plays for Jeff Beck, Cinematic, Pat Ryan from the Little River Band. That's good too. Big Jim Sullivan, Greg Howe, who plays for Enrique Iglesias, and he's a soloist. George Lynch and Matthias Klobe from Vivid. So,
Vivid
interesting.
people that put out the Jenna Jameson pictures.
I don't know. Let's keep it clean.
What? I'm decent.
But yeah, it's interesting. I shall have to actually look up the actual model and see what type of reviews it gets. But I mean, if Yankee Malmsteen plays it, I mean, if it's good enough for him, it's definitely good enough for me, because that dude is a legend. All they would have to do is like just plaster on the front page of their website, Yankee Malmsteen plays our amps.
Yankee.
Million sold.
That there Yankee Malmsteen.
Yankee.
He
Yankee.
he went and burned us down. Oh well.
Damn Yankees. Can you take me high enough?
Good old crazy Ted Nugent. Don't get me wrong, I like Ted Nugent, but look, can we just agree he's out there. He is a character.
He is out there, but it's not. It could be worse. I'll say that.
Well, I mean, he's proud of who he is, which is fine. The,
They can take my guns when they pry them from my cold dead hands.
I wonder how many people after Charlton Heston died were just like, "Can I get his gun?" No.
Some random backwoods dude was like, "Dude, where's Heston buried, man?"
Heston's one of those dudes.
Anyway,
You look at his career, and he was very, it was very progressive. The things he did, like in the Omega Man, he had that kiss with that black actress, and did all these other, all this stuff that's like he was very forward thinking, but he's still like, hey, how's it going? Kind of like Clint Eastwood's become. Like remember when Clint Eastwood did that talking to the chair and Obama was in it, and you don't remember that? During
I don't want to remember that.
Oh, come on. Everybody wants to remember. So, that healthcare of your... What? No, I will not call him that.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. Things happen, man. And news people have cameras.
People who have cameras, and then the people who have cameras are like, "This is gonna be a great idea, yeah." And then you're just like, Nope.
Mm,
Or as Adam D from Killswitch would say, nope.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Now I'm
Mm.
channeling that character from the Dark Crystal.
Actually, I've never seen that movie.
It's a
It
good
is
film.
not on the
It's
list.
it's a good
No.
looking film. Story wise, it's about if it's basically you could watch it back to back with Labyrinth. It's like okay, it doesn't but Labyrinth at least had the songs. The thing about the Dark Crystal is that Jim Henson was trying to say no, seriously, puppets can make serious art. It's like okay, these effects are great,
yeah.
but story wise, the problem is getting people to see this film.
And then when Jim Henson passed away, everyone was like, dude, did Henson come out with any other movies? Did he come out with any other movies? And this one dude in the back was like, he made the Dark Crystal.
Well, the thing was,
Really?
he was trying to get that film viewed and seen. Like, if he had his druthers, it would have gone just like Muppets Take Manhattan and all the other crazy stuff. But it's like once you strike success with a property, it's hard to do anything else and not have people go, no, he's that Muppet guy. He just does stuff for kids. Even though before the Muppets, became a thing when they were just doing commercials, there was all kinds of explosions and crazy stuff in there. I
Yeah.
don't know.
But see, what would have been really awesome? Back to back. Muppets Take Manhattan. Jason Takes Manhattan. Whole new genre. Muppet horror.
Muppet
Well,
horror.
Miss Piggy, how are we doing today?
Hey, yeah.
Quiet, frog!
Are you?
Piggy, what's going on? Piggy? Piggy? Why do I smell bacon?
See, personally, my favorite Jason movie was Jason X, which that tells you enough about me, because it's basically just a sci-fi movie that they drop Jason in, and it just it's like when you take it's like having a glass of water, and then you take an antacid and drop it in. Psst, it does its thing.
Let's see. We can make a meme out of this. Like, which movies would go together? Let's see. And
Well, there are a lot of movies,
Ooh,
if you know the histories
got
of
it.
films. Yes.
okay, Edward Scissorhands. Saw.
No.
Yes.
No.
Edward Scissorhands.
Muppets Take Manhattan and Saw. Hey Kermit, want to play a game?
What kind of game?
Just Saw with your friends. You gotta appreciate life. The Saw movies bother me. Like I should like them, but they're so pretentious is the problem. Like I know you're not supposed to care about any of the people in the story. You're just trying to see how weird things go. But it's the whole pretentiousness of like, no, you gotta appreciate life, see, and that's why I'm killing people. What?
Just like,
How
wait,
does?
hold on. No. Well, hold on. See, now I gotta come up with like a Twitter hashtag for this. Let's see. Let's see. What do you think? Two movies that should be sequels. First up, Muppets Take Manhattan. Muppets and Jason Take Manhattan.
Muppets Take Jason of Manhattan.
All he needed was to visit the sights and sounds, and he just, he got rid of that mask and everything. It was great. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? What's on the other
Kermit.
side?
I want to play a game. You spent your life thinking that everything is a joke and everything is fun. But now you'll find out that's not the case. Today, you will be fighting not only for your life, but for the life of your wife, Miss Piggy.
Are we still married in this continuity? I'm not quite sure about that. I mean, I know we had the big wedding scene in that one movie, but...
Silence!
Oh, okay. Hey! Oh, waka waka!
Fozzie Bear, you're too annoying. Die!
Okay.
No, okay, it wouldn't be that quick. It'd be, Fozzie, you spent your life saying 3 words. That's really only 1 word. You'll say it over again. Waka waka waka. But now you must live your life with never saying waka waka again. To escape your trap, you must retrieve the key to the lock.
There's the key in my rubber chicken.
No, the key is in your tongue.
No. You know what's interesting in the last Muppets movie? You know what was the end of the line for Frank Oz, and he decided not to be involved? Fart shoes.
Fart shoes.
Really?
What?
Yeah, when the joke where Fozzie was wearing fart shoes, and Frank Oz was just like, "No, that's the line for me," and I'm just like, "Really? Did you see any other movies?"
Ha. Wow. Just, wow.
Yeah.
Like, Frank, did you ever watch Fraggle Rock? You crossed that line way long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. This was like almost an hour just talking about BS.
Well, then you've just described my podcast recently, except this is 1/3 of it.
Hey, I like your guys' podcast. Not often can people talk about the subject of sleep and make it interesting, but I thought you guys did pretty well.
Subject of sleep.
Which, once again, free press. Check out NoRiseProductions.com. Check out my buddy here's podcast. What's it about?
It's about stuff and things. We try to be educational on some things. Like I try to do little tutorials or talk about stuff I'm finding my way creatively. Ian's finding his way. We're all trying to get along in this crazy mixed up world. Problems 2 people don't amount to a hill of beans. Wait, I'm just turning into Humphrey Bogart. Sorry. I'm just
Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn.
That's a different movie altogether. Also a 3-hour epic. I've watched that film, and I remember this. I was watching and I saw the scenes that I've seen parody and people talk about, like that. I will never go hungry again, and I'm just like, that really? This is the epic moment, because that's kind of what she does, and they cut to like 5 years later or whatever, and I don't know. I watched that film and I was like, this was a big sweeping epic when it came out, but now here, what is it, like 70 years later? Yeah, they could have cut a lot of this out. It's like, are we watching the South fall in real time? Is this how this goes?
Possibly, you never know.
It's kind of sad because he marries her because, like, I know you're never gonna love me, but you can marry me, we can pretend. And he's under this delusion for so long. They have a kid, and all this stuff happens, and then finally she's like, I realize I love you, and he's just like, frankly, Miss Scarlett, I don't give a damn. Walks out, and she's like, well, tomorrow's another day. I'm like, are you delusional?
Are you Annie? Tomorrow.
Well, he spent like 30 years, with her, and now he's decided, I just can't take this woman anymore. And it's like, come on, like, is he really gonna, like, he's been a very, like, I'm this way, I'm going to talk her into loving me. And, well, she's been fixated on this one guy, but she's going to love me. And then it's like, well, screw this lady, I don't need that. You think he's finally going to just turn around from that after 3 hours in this movie? They thinking there's some non-existent sequel that she's just going to turn around. Like, and get him back. I don't know.
Eh.
So, what are your thoughts on the remake of Annie coming out? Oh, come on! You're not a fan of Jamie Foxx playing Ben Stex? Yeah, yeah. He's not Uncle Moneybags. He's Ben Stex. Eh, eh. I'm just concerned that it's going to become like that Black Honeymooners movie, and where basically everyone just calls it, oh yeah, Black Honeymooners, because it's like, I'm sure it was Honeymooners, but it's still like, what sets it apart from any other remake of that movie? Everybody in it was black. All right.
I don't want to think about it. I saw the preview before Maleficent, and I was just like, no, no.
It's gonna happen. Let it happen, Doug. Let it happen.
And God,
So,
what the hell? It's
Oh.
a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of crap.
just
Oh,
relax. I mean, we're gonna get a Peeps movie, so just let the movies happen.
Yay! Yay!
There's gonna be a Peeps movie, and there's also gonna be a movie about the gummy bear, not the gummy bears from Disney, but you know that dance song, I'm a gummy bear, and I'm a gummy bear. It's a hit
Yeah.
song in most countries of the world. There's gonna be a movie about that guy now. Yeah.
I think I need better lighting in here. It looks like I'm, shooting some, I don't
Snuff
even
film?
know.
Yeah. Well, and
Like I'm shooting a promo. Like this Sunday night, the light that shines from here is gonna shine from below. Man, I'm telling you right now.
Well, traditionally, when it comes to lighting, you can most people that are doing it themselves, you're not gonna overdo it until you white out.
Yeah.
And more light is usually a good thing. I mean, in news production, they have an over 50 light that just floods the face with light so that it hides all the little cracks and the spots.
Oh,
No, I'm a
here,
Bond
let's
villain.
enhance. Oh, enhance. Oh,
Zoom
enhance.
and enhance. Zoom and enhance.
Back and to the left. Back. Whoa, bright and hello.
No, you don't want to.
I'm here. Actually, that looks a lot better. How sad is that?
No, that's too blown out. It looks like an effect you'd see on the Nostalgia Critic when Santa
How about,
Christ
how about
comes in.
spotlight? There you go.
That just blurs stuff. That's
Yeah.
not. You don't want to add to the lighting in post. You always want to improve.
Yeah.
Add to it first.
How about warm?
Warm sepia tones. 'Cause
Yeah.
You're gonna be in the Old West playing the song in the saloon.
How about smooth? Black and white?
You need a hat, a cane, and a little mustache.
How about focus? There we go. Focus. Focus in on me, cameraman. Look at me. Look at me, camera.
Cameraman, you smudged all the Vaseline on the lens.
Okay, no. Let's just not do that.
What you playing with there, Doug? What are you using?
Right now I have it on enhanced, but if I go back to original, it actually looks better. At least to me. It doesn't
this-
look like I have just a light on top of me. It looks like I have a light on top of me, but it doesn't look as bad. So I think I'm just gonna switch
Well,
back to original.
If you got a light on top of you, you just have to pose like you're on that cover of that Queen album.
Hold on.
No.
Yeah, that. Oh, we gotta go back to enhanced. Hold on.
Zoom, enhance. Zoom, enhance.
Better? Hold on. Galileo. Okay. And we're done. Alrighty, so I think we're just gonna go and close this out. We actually made it to 2 a.m. Holy crap. I'm not sure if anybody will watch it this long.
Oh, I go through that every week with you. I don't know how many
Alright.
people have 3.5 hours to.
Yeah, to digest, and you're just like, whoa. That's why I keep my podcast at a smooth 1 hour limit. I'm just like, and after about an hour, we all start rambling. At that point, if there's more than one of us, just like, dude, will you shut the hell up?
Well, the only reason we cut off before 4 is because that's when Google says no,
Well, you're done.
no, your show's
You're
not that
you're
good.
not live casting the entire miniseries of The Stand, okay? You're gonna have to wait and pause it just like everybody else, okay?
I see, Mr. Bond, but I expect you to die. No.
All right, so well, thank you everybody for watching. Thanks Ben for jumping on and unexpected awesomeness.
Well, yes, as I said, it follows me. It's like I've got it orchestrated. That guy's awesome. Awesome!
Meow.
Nah.
All right, so of course, I want to thank everybody out there for watching here. Definitely, if you're seeing this on playback, obviously you are. But since you're seeing this on playback, I do have 2 new videos that have been posted up this week, and I got 2 more on the way, which is awesome. And also got some more stuff coming up as well. So, but once again, thanks Ben for jumping on, and we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace out.
Love and tranquility.
Later, Ben.
Later.